What's up, friends? It's James the Wind with the Alpha Red Comic Channel, and it is 8 o'clock on a Sunday. We're winding down the weekend. I hope you had a great weekend. I had a good time at a family reunion in New Jersey. Got back in time this afternoon and excited to share with you today. Let me turn this audio up just a little bit because I like the little music on the desktop. It's a one-man show here, guys. It's a one-man show, and I hope that that you hang with me as I do it all the magics myself. So let me jump back over to this so I can see what's going on. Fantastic. All right, we're gonna get started, and this week's character is none other than, well, let's start with this. Let's just jump over here. If you're new to the channel, I talk about creating my independent comic book, Alpha Red, which crowdfunds starting tomorrow, September 30th at 8 p.m. on issue number 6. So don't miss that. We'll talk more about that at the end of the show, and I'll show you the video for the Indiegogo version. I'm going to have them on all 3 platforms, Kickstarter, Indiegogo, and on Fund My Comic. So I'm excited to try out Indiegogo and Fund My Comic. I've only ever done it on Kickstarter, and you guys on Kickstarter are fantastic. You've helped me each time I put something up. So I've had 5 successful campaigns on Kickstarter, but for issue number 6, I'm going to try Indiegogo and Fund My Comic. As far as I know, no one has ever tried all 3 platforms at the same time. I have asked some of my indie comic friends, and nobody can point to a creator who has done all 3, and we'll talk about that towards the end. But for this week, I'm excited to draw a character that I loved in the 90s when Marvel lost a lot of their talent and they created their own company called Image Comics. They recruited some other non-founding members over to Image Comics, and Dale Keown was one of them, and he created a character called PITT, and it was quickly one of my favorite characters because he kind of looked like the Incredible Hulk, but because Dale Keown was known for the Incredible Hulk, and he was coming off the Incredible Hulk, and then he was doing this hulking character named PITT, but he had these big claws, big teeth, big chains, big hair, long hair, super cool. And so I am super excited to draw him tonight. But the reason why I chose this character tonight is because of this. Let's see if I can do this the right way. All right, popping over here. So, oops, I was supposed to start off here. Darn it. All right, so I posted on Twitter X my campaign for Indiegogo, for Alpha Red number 6 on Indiegogo, and I got these cool 5 retweets, and I noticed that one of them was by 44 Numbskull. And what's going on, Ralph? Thank you for showing up, brother. And then I was like, 44 Numbskull, isn't that Dale Keown? And it was. Dale Keown retweeted the announcement for my Alpha Red Indiegogo campaign for the pre-launch. And so I just said thank you to him. Thank you for the repost. And I'm a huge fan. Honored, sir. He says it looks great. Now, I don't know if he's blowing smoke or whatever, but I'm gonna believe him for what it's worth. And it made me feel good. And I was on cloud 9 for sure. So that is what inspired me to choose PITT for this week's draw stream. So let me hit this button, and we're gonna get to town. Let me jump back on this screen so I can see that. All right, just Ralph saying hello. If you're here and you want to say hi, J Scott was here earlier, dropped a comment earlier, and let me turn this down. It's distracting me. This volume over here. And let me know if, hey, Mr. Ray McKay, writer of Alpha Red number 6, is also showing up. He showed up because Dale Keown is Canadian, and Ray is also Canadian. But just kidding. Ray's a huge supporter of Alpha Red and of me, so I appreciate you guys being here. And so we're gonna jump right in, and I gave Dale Keown the link to the draw stream. So we're gonna hope that maybe he jumps in and he says, "Hey pal, you didn't draw that quite right. Let's fix that up." So that's my hope. So did I go back? Hang on a second. Just to get you guys as pumped as I am. Let me see. Boom. Open this back up because I have other images. So this was the cover to PITT #1, and I remember when this came out, I was losing my mind. You know, I was working. Was I even working at a comic book store yet? Not yet. But that was amazing, and this is what it looks like. I remember, and so I started reading this again this week just to kind of get myself back into the swing of PITT, and this opening scene just reminded me of Terminator 2. And I was like, I wonder if Dale was influenced by Terminator 2. So I said, when did Terminator 2 come out, and when did PITT come out? And so they did come out roughly the same time. So Terminator 2 came out in 1991, summer of 1991, and by summer of 1992, Dale Keown announced PITT, and then we got to see some of these pictures by the end of 1992. Look at this crazy artwork. He's known for this here, guys, the cross hatching with the double, triple lighting. So he does a hard contrast here, and then he does some cross hatching in one direction here, and then some cross hatching in a different direction over here. And it just kills me. Look at the detail on the hair on his arm. So he's kind of fuzzy. That's so amazing. So amazing. All right, that's just me geeking out. So you can find this online. But we're gonna draw our own PITT today and honor Mr. Dale Keown as for gratitude for him retweeting Alpha Red #6 Indiegogo campaign. Okay, so that's why we're doing what we're doing tonight. Let's go. All right, so we're gonna start off with just some dark pencils, trying to recapture some of that Dale Keownness. I have some references on the side here, just so that I can get the feel of his character, because it's been a while. I looked through my portfolio, and I have not drawn a picture of PITT since 2011. But I have been thinking about PITT since Wednesday, since Mr. Keown retweeted my tweet. So I am super duper excited, and I hope he shows up. How cool would that be? So Trady Injustice, Ralph says, I always like PITT. I have a cool PITT versus Shadowhawk somewhere. Didn't we all, brother? Didn't we all? I'm sure I sold mine with the collection that I sold when I moved from Pennsylvania to New York. So Gonski, along with all my other PITT comics. So Ray says, thanks, man. Excited for tomorrow. PITT's such a cool character. I think my intro to him was he cameoed in Invincible. I did not know that PITT cameoed in Invincible. So I'll have to maybe chase that down just to peek inside. So Ray is talking about when he says tomorrow, we are doing a live launch stream at 7 p.m. Eastern. So like 24 hours from now, Alpha Red #6 will be launched on 3 different campaigns, 3 different platforms, sorry. And Mr. Ray wrote the story, and he'll be scripting it. I'll be editing. I have not worked with a writer in a long time, but I'm excited to work with Ray, and I'm excited that he's going to join me tomorrow for the launch of issue #6, the campaign. So we're going to go over some of the artwork. We're going to go over some of the rewards. We're going to get to know young Mr. Ray, the college student from the Great White North. And he seems like he's a very busy guy. He is well known in the indie sphere amongst the people that I talk to. We're getting to know him pretty fast. He's very prolific. Is that a good word for you, Ray? Prolific. Busy man. So Dale Keown was always good with like all this extra texture and all these extra lines that created like so much form in everything. So I'm trying to recapture that. I have, like I said, I have some images that Dale has drawn over on the side of me here because I want to capture the feel that Dale had for the character. There was just like this like hugeness about his drawings of PITT. There was just this size. I mean, a lot of the images that I can find, he just fills up the panel. I don't know if that was a conscious thing, but almost every panel that PITT is in, he just fills the whole panel. So that just mentally tells you that he's huge, I tell you. But I was never super successful at drawing him, so I'm hoping that because I feel like I improve as I draw, and I've been drawing a lot lately, that hopefully I have improved enough to make a decent looking PITT. So I won't even show you the 2011 image of PITT because it's he doesn't look quite as big or intimidating. He looks a little lopsided, a little embarrassed at my skill level in 13 years ago. My goodness. Dale makes it look so easy. Honestly, he's got the gums, he's got you're like, my goodness. That just looks mean, fierce. And then as I draw it, he looks like a whatever it looks like here. Okay. All right. We won't dwell too much on that anymore. Okay. And he always has a little wisp of hair. Like so, at least one. And he actually has another wisp. He's got one or two or three. All right. So we'll make sure that we have some wisps. All right. What else? What else are we? So if you guys don't know, before I forget, if you've not already hit the like button or the subscribe button, everyone tells me that the algorithms love it. They share it out to all kinds of people. If you interact, if you can just let me know, chat it up in the chat. What did you do this weekend? Are you ready to start this week? I have been looking forward to this week, for this Monday, for a long, long time, for months, because I chose this launch date probably 2 or 3 months ago when I did the math with the schedule that I was on. I was making sure that I had the right amount of time to get the artwork done so that I could plan accordingly for the campaign. So I'm just doing 3 lines because chains are not my favorite. That's one of the reasons why I didn't draw PITT very often or Spawn, because of the chains. But I love seeing them, and it gives me much respect for Dale and Todd. And so that is one of the reasons why I never got around to drawing a lot of PITT, even though I loved PITT as a character visually. He's just fantastic. A feast for the imagination and the eyes, you know? Let me see if I missed anything yet. Okay. We're good. We're good. We're good. Let me know, guys. Let me know. Let me know what you did this weekend. Let me know what you're doing this week. I know what Ray's doing tomorrow at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Time. I know what he's doing. Hopefully. If I can get my act together. Oof, spitting all over the place here. If I can get my act together, Ray, we will be live streaming tomorrow at 7:30 talking about Alpha Red number 6. What platforms, how you feel about it, if you're excited, what you're most excited about, what you're up to outside of Alpha Red number 6 and 7 and 8 and 9 and 10, maybe. We'll talk about that. We'll talk about the future of Mr. young Mr. Raymond McKay and Alpha Red. Because it is definitely more fun to do this with someone else. Even if you have to give up a little bit of control. But we shall see. We shall see what Mr. McKay and Alpha Red, how their stories will move forward together. Yeah, thank you, brother. Thank you, Ralph. Yeah, so that's part of the awesomeness of Dale's artwork and how he portrays PITT. He just makes him look huge, but like I don't know what it is. Like there's the form is outstanding. You know, you can see I don't want to keep saying form, but like he has so many lines. Dale Keown puts in so many lines, and it like every line makes the form look a little bit more real. You know, it has more shape, more roundness, more bulbousness. Like the muscles bulge a little bit more. Just like he'll do like, you know, like the striations of him, and you're like, whoa! Like every line don't do like that. He wouldn't do it like that. Dale would do it better. But you know what I'm saying? Like Kapowski. Oop, boom! I forgot the chain on this side. Like the chains come out from underneath the thing. It's like fantastic. So the abs that I will never see in real life. Trying to stay in shape, but abs are a young man's game, I think. I don't know guys over 30, 35-ish. I never had abs, so I don't know. I'd just be guessing when abs go away from the visual. We all have abs underneath. Abs are rocking, bro. Abs are rocking. Did you ever have abs, Ralph? Were you an abs guy? I know you have to stay fit for your job, but like you don't have to be ripped, right? Ripped is just kind of for showing off, or I don't know what. I know that my sons are into looking swole and huge. But they're looking for girls and things like that. Whereas I am married. Almost 24 years, guys. 24 years of marital bliss. In November. In November. It's close, but not that close. I'm gonna do some chains, the most boring things in the world. Try to keep you interested as I draw chains. They are so tedious, and I don't even do them. I don't give them too much detail because I'll spend more time on them when we get to the inks. We'll get to the inks, and then I'll make up another excuse for not doing more detail on the chains while I'm inking. Yeah, so I'm excited about Alpha Red number 6. Guys, if you haven't already, you can head over to alpharedcomic.com and hit that notify me on launch button. It doesn't commit you to anything, but it gets the algorithm, all these algorithms, right? All these computer set it and forget it stuff and things. They tell me that the more people are waiting to be notified about Alpha Red number 6, the more they will show it to people. So if they see a bunch of people waiting for the launch tomorrow at 8 p.m., that's Monday, September 30th, then they'll show it to more people. So if you have not already, please, that would help. And then for Indiegogo, same thing. They want to see that people are waiting in line, and there's no commitment. There's no commitment for you to pledge or back. It's just to kind of help out without having to spend money. If you wouldn't mind, if you would, I would greatly appreciate it. Greatly. So how big do I need to make him? Is he big? Is he big enough? Do I go back in, get him a little bit more swole? Get him a little bit more swole? I don't know if I can. I think I swolled him up. Swolled him up as swole as I can swole him. Holy, swoly moly. Swoly moly, Mr. Pitt. And I like his hair braid when his hair wasn't like hanging down. It would be braided in a chain, of course, in a chain. That's how Mr. Keown gets funky with it. Let me jump over here. Checking. All right. I don't want to miss any comments. That's all. Just checking. And I was trying to figure out how to stream on Twitter. So they said you gotta have an account. So I only paid for 1 month to see if it's gonna be worth it. Got verified, and in order to have a second camera, this is one camera where you can see me, and then this is another camera. So if you wanted 2 cameras, you got to pay more money on StreamYard. I was like, I can't justify it yet. Cannot justify it yet. So maybe, guys, if we do $1 bazillion on the campaign, we can upgrade, and I can do more draw streams right on Twitter. Blast it on all the socials, and then maybe Mr. Keown would say, hey, that guy's messing up my character. That guy doesn't know how to draw chains at all. What's he doing? So chains are a pain because chains are a pain. Maybe that's why. It rhymes. If it's rhyme, it's true. Right, guys? Chains are a pain. Don't mind me. It's been a long weekend. So we were hanging out with my wife's cousins, and I have not seen them in over a decade. Just kids, everywhere. Everybody has kids. Kids. Twins, twinsies. Kids that they have lots of toys. the house we were at had lots of toys. Lots of good, fun toys. And it was hard to keep the kids settled down. They were running around like crazy. Chains, chains, chains. What do you guys think of chains? You like characters with chains? Does Alpha Red need chains? Please say no. Please say no. Don't want to disappoint you. But Alpha Red, not going to have chains. Sorry, friends. All right. So this is the form, right? We're getting the form down. And then we'll go in and do some shading. I don't know if you guys can see what we're doing here. But this is just kind of placeholder for a lot of what we want. You know, composition-wise, detail-wise, for where the chains need to go. Okay, and then for these chains, they're just like, they lay on top of each other, ish. Boomski, boomski. Boomski, boomski. So I am looking forward to tomorrow, and not because of work. Work is fine. I enjoy my job. I enjoy the people that I work with. Not always, obviously. I'd rather be drawing comics, for sure. But as a job, I get to help a lot of people, so I don't mind. Don't mind what I do. But when you have a campaign for a Kickstarter going, I'm going to be distracted. I'm not going to lie. And I'll probably be working late nights to try to make up for my distracted afternoons. Thankful that sometimes I can do things at night, do quotes and things at night. Yeah, buddy. Yeah, Ralph. Thank you, man. Thank you for the encouragement. You're always so full of energy, and I love it. I love you being part of Starcross Comics and getting everybody pumped. Getting those challenges that you're in. Have you won every challenge? Have you won every challenge that you put your independent character, Atradian Justice, up against other independent comics characters? Boomski, 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 boomski. And then the chain's got to wrap around. Does he have chains on anywhere else? I don't want to. All right. Some lower, but maybe around his knees. I'm seeing some. Boy, they go up pretty high, but we're just going to say they start like right here. The chains down here, they start right down there. For my sake, guys, forgive me. So if you ever wanted to pick up one of the drawings that I'm drawing here on the live stream, I try to put them up beforehand, before I even draw them. And you can pick them up on Etsy. The link is in the description, and they're super cheap. This is going to be $20, and I'll typically get all the way to the inks. So we're at the halfway point now. And so I'll try to hurry up just a little bit, just because the chains are going to take a long time. They take a long time on the front end, and then they take a long time on the back end. So chains. If you want your comics out on time, don't make them have chains. That's going to be my excuse for Alpha Red not having chains. I don't want to be chained to the chains. Creating all these chains. Yikes. Just taking forever. And I'm not even, because they kind of, the links have to link right? A lot of tough battles and great Great indie characters, yes sir, yes sir. No, some of the guys that you were battling, they were pretty awesome. They're pretty awesome. But you got better fans. You got more clout out there. You got more indie clout, more indie brothers than the other guys. That's what it's all about. It's not how great your character is. It's how many people you know. Come on. Actually true in real life too. Sometimes it's not how good you are, it's kind of who you know. Closeness, proximity to the decision makers is key. All right, so we are just about to jump into some inks. I just want to make sure that enough cues are there so that I don't mess it up here. Do that because I do want to try to keep it in the spirit of Dale here, where he has the underglow or the outer glow, like he'll have an outer glow here where there's a contrast line, and then like he'll have like underneath here there'll be some cross hatching, and then there'll be cross hatching up top here to create that the effect that light is coming from both sides. You have like a pink light over here and a blue light in here, and then the middle is where his flesh colored color is. But Dale was always super awesome about that. So guys, if you have not hit that like button yet or that subscribe button, I would be so grateful if you did. And then that would tell the algorithms that this picture is ready for inks. So who was your favorite Image character or team? Do you guys like Image back in the 90s? I was on another live stream, and as I was talking, it just came out that I saw Image as like a second parallel Marvel. I was a Marvel guy. Make mine Marvel. And it was just more cool things to draw. I mean, to buy. Like, you know, I delivered papers. I worked at restaurants. I had no friends. Girls didn't like me at the time. So, you know, like I spent all my money on comic books. And if it had cool artwork and it inspired me to draw, I bought it. I did. I bought it. Not too much thinking up in my brain. And even if people talked about it enough, even if I didn't like it, I go, I can see where you like that. A lot of, I appreciate what Rob Liefeld, how he hypes things up, but he wasn't on my inspiring list, like artists who inspired me, until recently here, where he breaks down why he does some of the things that he does and who has influenced his artwork, you know, Jack Kirby and stuff. And I go back and I look and I go, yeah, I can see some Jack Kirby, the energy in his stuff. So I have a different kind of appreciation for some artists, like Rob Liefeld. And there's no hating on his success. Like the man is super successful in the comic industry. So if you're throwing shade on him, you're just jealous, I think. You can hate on his artwork. There's room for that. If it's not your preference, then it's not your preference. I happen to have good memories of those comics as they came out. Bought some of them. Was inspired by just the hype around him and his books. So for Alpha Red number 6, I'm actually homaging New Mutants number 98. as the exclusive Kickstarter cover. So what I'm doing is I am putting Alpha Red number 6 on all 3 platforms, all 3 indie comic platforms that I am familiar with. Now, I did find out about Zoop. I'm hearing about Zoop. That's new to me. And apparently they do all the work for you. Zoopity Zoop. I just don't have time to do another cover to put on another platform. But what I'm doing is I'm putting exclusive covers on each platform. And the reason, I'm not trying to be greedy. Like if I thought that I could move people over to Kickstarter and everybody would just be okay moving over to Kickstarter to pick up Alpha Red, because that's the only place that it's been available as far as crowdfunding goes. But I'm told, and it has been confirmed by many people who buy indie books from these crowdfunding sites, they just like their site. Indiegogo guys like Indiegogo. And Kickstarter guys like Kickstarter. They spend enough money on whatever platform that they prefer that they don't go to the other platforms looking for more indie comics. So I want to meet them where they're at. Hey, what's going on, John? Crazy John from OSH Radio is here. Love Spawn and love the original Supreme. So I have been listening to Rob Servations, and he has been talking about Alan Moore and Supreme. I don't know, John, if you listen to Rob Servations, the podcast, the Rob Liefeld podcast. But I am super interested in Supreme now also, because as he started talking about it, you started posting some stuff about Supreme, and I was just like, wow, what a coincidence. And the more I heard what you posted on your channel about Supreme and the excitement that Rob Liefeld had for what Alan Moore did with Supreme, I'm curious. I did pick up Supreme. I don't remember it too fondly. And not that I didn't remember it fondly. Like I was saying, like you start running out of money, and you say, okay, I liked Jim Lee's camp better than Rob Liefeld's camp, so I'll pick up more Jim Lee Homage Studios books, and I would forsake the extreme, awesome, maximum studio stuff. So that's just on me. That's my bad. But if you say it's good, I might have to go back and check it out. Let's see. Hey, what's up, Jay Scott? Thanks for leaving the message earlier. You were the first message left before even I left the message, but it disappears, I guess. I guess it disappears. So let me see. Thank you, Ralph. Ralph says that is looking killer. Did not like that version. You did not like Alan Moore's version of Supreme. Okay. What you call it? Did like it. He Rob Liefeld liked what Alan Moore did with his character. So I'm going to snap a picture of this real quick so I have a pencil version of this, but then we're going to go right into the inks. So if you guys would indulge me just for a second as I line this up real quick. Come on. Boom. I don't know what you guys are seeing. So forgive me. Crazy. All right. So let's get back to this. And then we're going to go in with the inks here, guys. Inking time. Fun. Get rid of the pencils down here. And then we'll do 3s. We'll do 2s right now for his eyes and his face. Maybe even, do I have a 1? I like these, I know people hate on these microns, these Pigma microns, but because they say they're unreliable. But and I can see that from time to time. But by and large, I think they're some of the better ones. So if you're new to the channel, I hold my breath a little bit as I ink. Just because I'm afraid if I breathe, my hand slips, and I don't lift up my hand at the right proper time, and I come up with a bad picture. And it has happened. Happened enough times that I continue to hold my breath. I was thinking, what was I going to ask? Let me jump back in here and make sure. No, redoing Superman. Oh, okay. You didn't like that. It seemed like he was redoing Superman. My favorite Supreme book is Supreme versus Gladiator. Absolutely awesome. I don't remember that at all. Did they battle? Gladiator as in the Marvel character Gladiator? So Supreme, the Rob Liefeld creation, came over to Marvel and battled with Gladiator? I mean, that would be a good battle, for sure. Because Gladiator is pretty much a Superman in space. Well, I guess Superman is from space. But Gladiator from Marvel is the Superman of space, I believe. Yes, sir. CalArc, Gladiator, great crossover. Okay. Gonna have to look some stuff up. Indeed. So, just as a reminder, tomorrow at 7:30, I'm doing a live launch party for my launching of Alpha Red number 6. And Crazy John, if you're still here, I might have an opportunity where you asked earlier if I would have some advertising opportunity. So let's talk. It might work out. And I want to offer it to you because you asked. So I want to offer it to you first in case you're still interested about that karate school, advertising the karate school. So getting into the inks, and it is looking better than any other PITT image that I've ever tried. So keep drawing, guys, because eventually you get good enough to not hate your version of a character that you never thought that you would draw well. Okay. Also liked when Supreme fought Thor and took his hammer. Not the Marvel Thor. Yep. I know that Rob Liefeld had his own Thor for his universe. But yeah, no, I got to revisit some of Liefeld's stuff. I just didn't have the money at the time. And not that I have a whole lot of money now, but there's stuff online all over the place. So I can certainly check out some of the things that I missed. I hate to consume it bootleg, but it has been like 30 years. So hopefully they've made a bunch of money on it. Yes, still interested in the Dragon Fighting Society knockoff. That would be so fun. That would be so fun. I hope it's like a real thing. I know that you do some parodies and stuff, but hopefully it advertises your dojo or your karate school or whatever, but in the antique flavor of the ads of yesteryear. So yeah, no, that would be fun. That'd be fun. I think that is a possibility that I'm going to offer to you, an opportunity. And obviously it would come with a bunch of free copies or whatever. That would really be what you're trading for. But yeah. Fun stuff. This has turned out to be aight. I don't hate it. I don't love everything that I do on these draw streams just because I don't spend as much time as I would typically on my normal stuff. But I enjoy it. I enjoy spending the time with you guys. I'm glad that you guys are here. If you have not hit that like button yet, please do so. I would be very grateful. The algorithms will go crazy. It'll send all kinds of people in here, and they'll watch me complain about inking the chains that I didn't want to draw 10 minutes ago, and now I have to ink them. Brutal, guys. Chains are brutal. They are. Don't torture yourself. Unless you hate yourself. Then you can create a character with lots of chains. Like Spawn. Like John's favorite Spawn. One of John's favorites. I couldn't imagine drawing Spawn. It'd be like drawing Transformers. I'd be good for, I don't know, a couple of issues, and then I would hate drawing all the perspective that is needed for drawing Transformers and drawing chains. I think that's what it is about the chains. Like, technically, if you want it to look really good, like they spin around and stuff, it's not as bland as I'm trying to make it here, or that I'm making it. I'm not trying to make it bland. Please, I don't try to draw bad pictures. Sometimes you can't get into it. Chains, no chains. How is the audio, guys? It's weird. I let my wife use the microphone, and when she rehooked it back up, something happened. It sounds better in some instances, but it sounds louder. So let me know if it's too loud, if it's not loud enough. Am I hearing things? Am I not hearing things? You guys are communicating back and forth with me, so I assume it's good. The old was real, and I will do it to advertise my head students school that I do some teaching at. That is awesome. It is a little quiet. Okay. We can adjust that, Mr. McKay. You tell me if this is too much, because I'm doing it to the extreme now. If it's too loud, you say, turn it down. I'll start screaming now. I turn it up, and then I'll start screaming. We made a mistake. It was fine before. So next week, guys, next Saturday, this coming Saturday and Sunday, I will be on Comic Book Radio on the art auction. So I'll be auctioning off some original artwork. I'm actually running out of original artwork. He has been kind enough to have me on for a few art auctions. And so if you go over to Comic Book Radio here on the YouTubes, that's where I'll be on Saturday night at 8:30 and Sunday night at 8:30. We have a good time. He has a bunch of artists. Not all of us are from Alterna. He has his publishing company, Alterna. But Alterna has been very kind to Alpha Red, me and Alpha Red. So I hang out with him and his audience, and they buy my original artwork, and I put it all back into creating more Alpha Red. That's how I do it. I mean, I could just spend it on myself, which I guess I do. I mean, it just kind of goes into my fun budget, where I buy my comics and I go out to eat with my church friends, breakfast with my old man friends, and every week. And it's getting more expensive, more and more expensive. If I can say expensive, which I cannot. But yeah, so that money that I get from the auctions goes to create more Alpha Red. So if you're looking for some James Nguyen art, I'm trying to figure out what his crowd likes. They like indie comics for sure. So I try to keep the offerings indie. They have no love for mainstream comics. I tried. I don't blame them. Mainstream has gone garbage. Fantastic. You will always be younger than me. Yes. I guess I will. But you are. Was I looking at it right? Is there some kind of a movie coming out about you, John? Something about your crazy John's crazy life or something. I want to say I saw you promoting. I would be interested in seeing how crazy John's last 20 years have been. Because I've known you, I think, for like 15 years-ish. I want to say 12 to 15 years or something. And the longer I know you, the more you seem to do or have done. So I would be curious what I don't know about Mr. John, Crazy John Carricks. I gotta look at your name to say it right. Gotta go meet me go. Have a great rest of the show. I'll be getting my Kickstarter Alpha Red tomorrow. Awesome. Thanks for hanging out, Ralph. Thank you so much. Black Spiders, what's going on? Thanks for showing up, man. Are you a fan of PITT? Are you a fan of the 90s art comic, independent comic revolution known as Image, and all the old Marvel creators that migrated over there and became millionaires? That's why I swear, some of the Marvel creators that went over there, disappeared. They became instant millionaires and didn't know what to do with it. Like I was thinking, like Larry Stroman, I want to say, got off of X Factor, went over and did something with Image, and then vanished. I've never heard of Larry Stroman again. And I like Larry Stroman. I like his stuff on X Factor. Came over there and poof. Fund. I'm trying to fund my one book into a movie. Okay. It is not about me. It is a multiverse good evil battle, and God beats the devil. Hey, I'm in, brother. I'm in. Black Spider says yes. I'm a fan of PITT in the 90s. Yes. Fun, not fun. I gotcha, John. I read PITT also. It'd be hard to be reading comics in the 90s and not know about PITT. And Dale Keown, especially I knew of Dale Keown on The Incredible Hulk, but I wasn't picking up any Incredible Hulk. I liked Incredible Hulk, the TV show, but as far as comics go, it was not on my radar, even though I heard good things, and obviously Dale's artwork was fantastic, but all the money went to anything Jim Lee did, Mark Silvestri, Cyberforce, Todd McFarlane, anything Todd McFarlane and Spawn related was getting my money. So it wasn't until Dale came over to Image with PITT, and I was like, whoa. He had the chains. The chains got me, even though I hate the chains. I liked that he had chains. I hate drawing chains, but I loved his look. I loved his look. Let's see how much more time we got. Oh wow, we are down to it, guys. Well, I always end the show here at 9 o'clock, so that's just to honor my family, my wife, your time. So I appreciate you hanging out with me for this long. And Black Spiders, you can go back and you can see how this got started. You can actually buy this on Etsy. There's a link in the description below. The way I want to end this draw stream is just to kind of show you a little bit about Alpha Red. This is the cover to Alpha Red number 6. Where did I put the other stuff? Okay. I'm not going to be able to show you the new page, but this is the regular cover. You get this free with your pledge for the exclusive covers that are on each platform. I'm going to have them on 3 different platforms. I'm going to have them on Kickstarter, Indiegogo, and Fund My Comic. So if you go to alpharedcomic.com, that'll take you over to the Kickstarter campaign. JamesQ.net. That's JamesQ, the letter Q.net. Will take you over to the Indiegogo. The Kickstarter exclusive cover is an homage of New Mutants number 98, first appearance of Deadpool, and I used to love this image, and I still do, and I was very eager to use it as an homage cover. That's what you'll find on Kickstarter. And then if you go over to Indiegogo, this will be the exclusive cover on Indiegogo. So if you like Frank Miller or you like The Dark Knight Returns, that is what you can get on Indiegogo as an exclusive cover. And you get this free. You get regular cover for free. You get the exclusive cover I'm setting it at $25 for the cover, this cover, a free regular cover with free shipping inside the U.S. So, and then on Fund My Comic, I have Invincible Iron Man number 150. This is Iron Man over here, and this is Dr. Doom. So just in time for Robert Downey Jr. This cover kind of homages that showdown. But like I said, you get a free regular cover with the pledging and backing of the exclusive cover, and the exclusive cover is even more exclusive because I will not print any more comics with this cover beyond the campaign. So if there's only 20 people who pick up this cover, it'll be one of 20, and I'm gonna make it. I'm gonna number it on the inside so that you're getting the number in the order that you backed it. So that makes it super exclusive, and I hope that you guys head over to one of those places, either alpharedcomic.com, jamesq.net, and the new one, the third one, is shopalphared.com. So shopalphared.com will take you over to Fund My Comic, where you can get, well, I don't think Fund My Comic does like a notify me, but 8 o'clock tomorrow, 8 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time is when all 3 campaigns are launched. And if you want to see it launched on my channel, on this channel, tomorrow at 7:30, I'm going to go through some of the rewards that you can get, and then we'll launch it at 8 and see, and hopefully enough people will back it to make it worth the live stream. So Ray McKay will be there, the writer for Alpha Red number 6. He will join me, and we'll see if I can get other people to join me. I don't know how many links I can send out and how many people I can have on the live stream. So, but I will finish up the inks on this drawing. You can go over to Etsy and pick it up right now for 20 bucks, shipping included, if you live in the U.S. So this is going to be done hopefully tonight, in the next half hour or so. It's going to take me half an hour to finish this, and then that's what you get for $20. So, and unashamedly marketing the #1 issue of Alpha Red, so that I coax you into buying issues 4 through 5. So, or now 4 through 6. So I'm going to hit the outro. The outro is going to be the video that will accompany the campaign. So you get a sneak peek of the video for the campaign, and then I'll go right into the outro. All right, guys, thank you for joining me. I hope you had a great weekend. Thank you for ending the weekend with me. Grace and peace. Hitting the video, do the Indiegogo.
After the explosive conclusion of Alpha Red Comics #5 comes a bold new chapter in the hero's story. Having barely saved the world from Satan's army of robotic warriors, Wes, aka Alpha Red, hoped he was going to take some time off to recover and reflect on the path life is leading him down. But the time for reflection is short-lived when Alpha Red is called into action by a Supermax prison breakout. The supervillain, Dr. Disastro, has re-emerged and is enacting a plan to destroy the world by harnessing catastrophic weather events. Our champion is forced to jump right back into the fight, but will he perish in the face of this villain's master plan to turn the weather itself into a weapon? And what sinister hand is lurking behind this scheme? Find out in Alpha Red Comics #6, A Recipe for Disastro. This issue guest stars Alpha Red's new gunslinging guardian angel, Wingman. The new dynamic duo will have to brave the storm as they discover what makes A Recipe for Disastro.
With courage in his heart, a beacon of hope, he's ready to start. With faith as his armor and a fire in his soul, Alpha Red stands tall, fulfilling his role. Alpha Red, the hero we need. With the power of faith, he'll always succeed. Fighting darkness, he'll never dread. For the world is safe with Alpha Red. Red. In a world full of chaos, where evil may lurk, he fights for the righteous, his mission and work. Guided by God, with strength from above, he battles the darkness with unyielding love. Alpha Red, the hero we need. With the power of faith, he'll always succeed. Fighting darkness, he'll never dread. For the world is safe with Alpha Red. Alpha Red. When the night seems too long and hope seems so far, look to the skies, you'll see his bright star. With a prayer and a promise, he faces the fight. Alpha Red shines through, the beacon of light. Alpha Red, the hero we need. With the power of faith, he'll always succeed. Fighting darkness, he'll never dread. For the world is safe with Alpha Red. So stand tall with courage, let your faith, lead the way. With Alpha Red beside us, we'll see a brighter day. For evil may tremble, but never forget, the world is protected by our hero, Alpha Red. Alpha Red. Alpha Red.